Let's see who goes, who speaks. I'm waiting. The question is simple. What did we do in the previous session?
Sir,
Yes, go ahead, Tejas.
sir, in the last lecture, we will see the one video about people use staircase
Yes,
instead of escalator.
correct. So what was the message? Was that video only for fun or was there any message? We remember the video, but do we remember the lesson? Tejas.
Yes, sir.
Sir, video shows about the laziness of people,
Okay, laziness of the people.
dependency, also
Depend.
dependency of the peoples. They are
Okay,
dependent on each other.
correct.
That's they are waiting for each other.
Okay. Still, I'm not getting the message of the session. We had a session on a particular topic. We are not still able to remember. Tejas, by any chance, can you remember? Yes, Curie is right over there. Curie, why don't you speak, beta? You can type such good things.
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. In last session, we saw that the message was that making things creative changes people's mindset. Like they were firstly using the escalator when the
Hmm.
stairs was not done with that piano strings, not drawn like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then more than like 60% people used that staircase.
True, true, very true, very true. Dharmesh, come in, my dear. Dharmesh, you have a nice message. 4C. What do you mean by 4C? It seems Dharmesh Gohil remembers at least something which I want everybody to remember. We gave you some task that there are four characteristics which defines creativity in nutshell, and working on those characteristics or characteristic traits will help you to become more creative. And being creative does help because we saw the survey of Fortune 500 companies where they say that creativity is rated higher than intelligence. So, if you have great capacity, knowledge, and intelligence in dealing with situations and problems, you are good, fine. But on the top of it, if you cultivate the habit of doing new things, constantly finding and raising the bar of excellence by asking questions or trying to figure out new things, then probably uh, the chances of you being at the top becomes higher and faster. Like it's like an express elevator. Remember, if you want to climb to the 40th floor, there is an express elevator. In 1 minute time or less than 1 minute, you will reach to 40th floor. But the normal elevator or normal lift will take about say 10-15 minutes to reach to that floor or less than that, but certainly not faster than express elevator. So today creativity is valued in every profession. The ways to do things differently are recognized and appreciated. You can take any example in any walk of life. Today, people value creativity, and it has been valued right from the beginning, not today, right from the beginning. In social media, you see a lot of creativity. In the business, the ways people do business, the ways people do marketing, there is a lot of creativity. There are a number of examples of creativity. So, my dear friends, in your studies also, if you become a little more creative, in your career, in your approach towards your career, if you become more creative, you have more chances of becoming a successful person. Imagine you finding out an app for yourself, or working on a particular game, or working on a website, and you do something really very creative. It will be instantly appreciated by people. And hence, we are mentioning here that in today's fiercely competitive world, one way to beat the competition is creativity. Of course, there are many other ways: hard work, passion, talent, attitude. All these things will help. But what stands out to me is creative people, and creative people are rare. Creative thinking is rare. Normally, what is the process of creative thinking? Let me tell you. Why? Let's say, for example, why did apple fall from the tree? There was a curiosity, there was a question. Why? So it led to discovery of gravitational force. Previous to that, nobody thought of gravitational force. So we understood. So why? So why did that is the second step. So why did apple fall? So second step of creativity is so why. And third step of creativity is normally not taken by people. And that's why we say those people who challenge the thoughts, ideas, are able to find out something which is worth its weight in gold. Third step is normally not taken. For example, the Wilbur Wright brothers, they thought, why can't we fly? Why birds can fly? Okay, there is a gravitational force, so people cannot fly. Normally, we get satisfied with this answer. Okay, gravitational force, we cannot fly, so we are satisfied. And then we move on. 90% of the people would, in my opinion, would move on. They would not challenge that status quo. Wilbur Wright or Wright brothers wanted to challenge. Why can't, okay, fine, there is gravitational force. Fine, there are problems. Okay, no problems. Fine, there are hurdles. Fine, there are impediments. But why can't we challenge? Why can't we fly? And they failed thousand times, or more than thousand times. They broke their bones. They fall flat on the ground. They seemed like a fool in front of the people when they were trying to fly. People were laughing. So many things happened. But finally, they managed to bring out a vehicle which could fly. Okay, they could not fly, but they made a vehicle which could fly. So they challenge it. The third step, which is not taken, is why not? Why not is the challenge they take. Why not can we see somebody sitting in US and talk to that person? Somebody challenged this, and that's why we have the technology in the form of WhatsApp, in the form of Google Duo. Why can't we chat instantly with people? We have WhatsApp, we have some other vehicles to communicate. Everywhere, when people think of why not, then only discoveries and thoughts and creative ideas are possible. There are so many examples of creativity. Look at around you. Today, your furniture is getting uh, in the house. It's becoming creative. The lifestyle has become very very creative. You see, the earpods have come. Earlier there used to be headphones, and there used to be different kinds and types of headphones. So with technology, with creativity, one idea is leading to another idea, and that is upgradation, that is innovation. So mother of discovery is curiosity. Curiosity leads to creativity. Creativity leads to innovation. You take a look at last 10, 15, 20 years, the amount of new things which has come has probably not come in last 100 years. World has become a global world in its real sense in last 10, 15 years or last 20 years, 2 decades. So welcome. Here I would like to once again float this slide, which I wanted you to articulate and explain. Some people took the challenge and said that yes, we can explain. So I was really very happy that you wanted to explain it and you wanted to see it, how you would go about doing your stuff. So I would like to present this slide to you, which Dharmesh Gohil mentioned, and suddenly he became very, very silent. I don't know why, but he was right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Dharmesh, you wanted to speak something on 4C, right?
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead. Yes, but why don't you speak, my dear friend? You have typed, but why don't you?
यस सर.
हाँ, तो इससे
सर माइक में
आपका
थोड़ी तकलीफ थी इसलिए.
कोई बात नहीं, अब कोई तकलीफ नहीं है, आप बोलिए, मुझे तो आपका आवाज साफ क्लियरली सुनाई पड़ रहा है.
सर 4C में कवरेज आता है, कंसिस्टेंसी आती है, कॉन्फिडेंस आता है, क्यूरोसिटी आती है.
हाँ, तो इसको आप मुझे एक्सप्लेन कीजिए. पहला स्टेप क्या है?
कवरेज.
ओके. हाँ, तो उससे आपका क्या मानना है? करेज से आपका क्या मानना है? Anyways, your points are right. I would want to give you one more chance. Courage, constancy, confidence and curiosity. Anything अगर आप धर्मेश थोड़ा explain करें तो it will be good. Go ahead, my dear friend.
Ability to do something.
Ability to do something. Very good. See, that's what I want you to. I want you to learn by doing. Unless you speak and unless you give it a go, give it a try, you will not improve, or you will not try and see new possibilities in yourself. So that's what the first step is: curiosity. The first step, curiosity means inquisitiveness, it means quest for knowledge, it means asking questions, it means finding out or figuring out things more clearly. Why? How many of you do ask questions when you study in the class? How many of you? You can just type I if you are asking question in the session online, offline, or you were asking question in the class, in the school. If you were asking, you can type I in the chat box. That will give me an idea how many of you were asking questions. Come on, my dear friend. Himani says, I used to ask question. Very good. Let me see. Apart from Himani, nobody? Fine, I will not ask you to ask question. Don't worry. If you were asking question, you should type I, otherwise okay. Okay, so only 2 people were asking questions. If you don't ask question, how will you figure out things clearly? Or how will you find new things? Or how will you go deep? These are the 3 things that you have to do. When you ask, you find out something new, you go deep, and you increase your knowledge. So curiosity is the mother of all creativity. Then you need to have confidence. If you have a wonderful idea, I'm sure all of you would be having some or the other idea. There are so many graduates who have made apps, who have made successful websites, who have made games right in the graduation period, and they have made good amount of money. Their startup has already started from the college, not when they come outside and work. No, work during the college, and after completion of the college they have the degree and they have the business in hand also. There are so many people through LinkedIn, through many social networking platforms, they earn jobs for themselves instantly. Then courage and then constancy. So constancy, courage, yes, people will laugh, people will have many things to say. You may look stupid also when you try something new. When you want to challenge something, you will look stupid, or you may be considered as a fool. Like Wilbur Wright's brothers were considered a fool and stupid people. They were wanting to fly. So we need to have the courage and we need to have the constancy. The idea will not work instantly. We need to work on it continuously, rigorously, and that's how it will become a reality. Agreed, understood, done. Can you type UAD, which means understood, agreed, and done? Is this message very clear? Creativity. Thank you, Shuri and Akash, you are very quick. Thank you very much, my dear friends. I don't know what others are doing. May God bless them. So, shall we now begin with a question? What do you say? Are we ready? If you are ready, you can type R and we will begin this session with an interesting question, which I'm sure you will like. I want everybody to type R. Come on, everybody needs to type R. Need to wake up. Come on, all of you. Guys, let's wake up and type R so that we can have a question and let me check how you think and what you do. The question is coming up on your screen. Get ready to answer. So, my dear friends, I have this screen running and you can see the picture. Are you able to see the picture? If you are able to see the picture, you can type
Sir.
yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. So, the question is, if somebody is holding a piece of wood in the hand, block of wood in the hand, piece of wood in the hand, what happens if he or she leaves that wood? Right now it is being holded, or right now they are holding it, but what happens if it goes away? What would happen?
It will be dropped, sir.
It will be dropped. Okay, so you say that it will come down, isn't it? Am I right?
Can you repeat the question?
The question is, let me put it to you. What happens if I let it go? If I am holding the block of wood in my hand, what happens if, okay, depends upon surrounding. Now, Akash, you need to speak and tell me what you mean by that.
Sir,
Yes,
it's
my dear friend.
depend on the place. If you are out of the earth, then it will laid in the sky, and if you are in the earth, then drop the piece.
Okay. Tejas, right? Tejas just mentioned.
Yes, sir.
Did we ask this question earlier to you?
No, sir.
Did we ask this question earlier to you in the session?
No, sir.
Okay, so what you are saying is that if this it depends upon surrounding. Akash is mentioning, you are mentioning that if we are on the earth, then it will,
Drop down.
and then otherwise,
Otherwise, sir, it will fly in the sky.
Okay. Okay.
Sky horizontal.
Okay. So if I give you a Mentimeter link, will you be able to answer? I'll give you options and you are
Yes.
supposed to select the option. Okay. And you will have to just hit the link and give your answer.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So I am sending you the link and let me see what all of you think, and do please share with me your answer. The link is there for you to participate. Come on, guys, wake up. I have video coming up. I have so many things that I wish to do in this session. Don't worry. We still have a lot of time. Let us start to vote. You all are computer students, so you should be able to vote very quickly. I want to see 30 votes in 30 seconds. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. 30 votes in 30 seconds, and then we will quickly discuss. What happens to the block of wood if it is like left? Or what happens if the hand holding it lets it go? My dear friends, we need to be quick. 10 more seconds to go and then we'll show you the results. We have reached 20. We need to go to 30 quickly. Very, very sad that we are not reaching. Okay, I'll give you 10 more seconds. Let's see if we can reach to 30. Just pick up the option. Select the option, submit, and then you are done. Five more seconds to go. Let's see if we can reach to 30. Come on, we have 50 students. Okay, we have got 27. Three more. Can we have three more? Okay, then we are not. And now we will show you the result. "29 votes, as you can see on your screen. There are 9 people who are saying it will go down, and 9 people are saying can't say, and 5 people are saying all of the above. 5 are saying go up, and 1 says it will stay there. So partly I would say Akash and Tejas, you were both right when you said that it depends upon the surrounding, but you are only partly right. You have not given me the full answer. I want a full answer to this question. What happens if the hand that is holding block of wood lets it go? What will happen to the block of wood? One answer is you mentioned if it is earth, it will come down. How will it go up is my question. Can it go up?
Yes, sir.
How?
If
Chandani.
there is some force like air or water beneath the wood or hand, and if we leave it, it will go up.
Fantastic, Chandani. 100% correct. If I am standing 10 feet or 15 feet below or underwater, and I'm holding this block of wood and I'm leaving this, then probably the block of wood will travel upwards. It will not travel downwards. Normal answer is it will go down. But when you look at all possibilities, when you look at everything, ask questions on everything, observe it closely, then you are getting to the root of the answer or base of the question. Base of the question is always the answer. Would you agree with me? If you can go to the root of the question, you have the answer over there. Normally, we try and see the question and try and answer it. But our answers are just the stems or the leaves, but they are not the root. When you go to the root, you are probably able to see the entire subject from 10, 15, 16 different angles. Then you can answer 10, 15, 16, 20 questions. But if you are only till the stems or leaves or the fruits, then you may not be able to answer more than 5 or 6 questions. That's what happens with us, isn't it? Am I right or wrong? So, shall I test your observation skills?
Yes, sir.
How good are you at observing things? Okay, I will be testing your skills, but let me know first whether I have shown you the video of two teams passing the ball and you are counting the number of passes made by teams wearing white uniform. Have you done that before? Akash has said no. No, everybody says no. Okay, so I will be showing you a video in which you will have players in white uniform and players in black uniform. White uniform players will pass ball to their teammates and black uniform team will pass ball to their teammates. But you are supposed to count only the passes made by white team uniform. Passes means like if Chandani and Akash are a team, and if I pass to Chandani, then that is one pass, and Chandani passes to Tejas, that's another pass, and then Tejas passes to me, that's another pass. So in total, how many passes were made? 3 passes. Likewise, you will have to count how many number of passes are made by the team wearing white uniform. And you are supposed to take a look at everything that is happening in that video frame. Every single thing you are supposed to notice. It means you cannot afford to blink an eye. If you do that, then you may miss out on something which is very important happening over there. Total complete observation is requested and required. Shall we begin? Are you ready? So you can type R.
Yes, sir, ready.
No, you will have to type R because I will have to keep you active. Good, 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 good. So you're all typing R. That's good. Now let me show you the video. So are you now able to see?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the screen is visible to you, right? So I will play now.
Players wearing white pass the ball.
So these are the two different teams. One in white uniform, another in black uniform. And now they will begin to pass to their respective team members. You are now supposed to watch it very, very carefully. So you would have counted, you can give your answers, how many passes they made. You can select the right option and let me know. Or you can type it, whichever way. And if you want the Mentimeter link, I can throw that Mentimeter link to see what do you say, what your answer is. Okay, you want Mentimeter link? Let me share with you the link also. Okay, so I have now shared with you the link. You can go hit the link and let me know what do you think is your answer. Let us go to 30. If we can go to 30, nothing like it. Fifteen more seconds to go. 15 more seconds. Let's see if we can give answers. Your name will not come, so don't worry. You can just participate. So this video, we had asked you to observe everything that is taking place and count also the number of passes made by team wearing white uniform, and the answers are right in front of you. And equal amount of people are mentioning 13, 16 and 17, and equal number of people are mentioning 14 and 15. So we have divided opinions, and I'll press the enter. Would you like to know the right answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll press the enter. You will come to know the right answer. And the right answer is 16. So well done to all of you who said 16. Now let us come back to the video. And I will now share the video with you. Exactly where we paused, the same frame you are able to see, isn't it? Right?
Yes, sir.
So what did you observe apart from the counting which we are doing? Chandni, did you observe anything?
Sir, there was something that happened where, like for 2 seconds, where we could not exactly count the number. So
Okay.
there was one number plus or minus in my count. That is what I observed.
Forget the numbers. Did you notice anything apart from the counting happening on the screen?
Nothing like that, sir.
Did you see the gorilla passing?
No, sir.
How many of you did not see or spotted the gorilla?
Sir, because of we are focused on all there which they
Yes,
are passing.
but the task was that you are supposed to count and you are supposed to also observe everything that is happening on the screen, isn't it? That was very clear. How many of you did not spot the gorilla? Big, huge gorilla. Please type I so I understand that you did not see the gorilla. Okay. I wouldn't say good, but then you missed. How can you miss something which is passing right in front of your eyes and you are not able to notice it? Okay, Akash has mentioned that an ape passed right from the middle of the screen. He was able to spot. That's good. He also mentioned that the curtain color changed from X color to Y color. So I want you, this time I will play the clip again. You want me to play the clip again? I want you to see whether you are able to. Yes, Akash, you are right. It changed from red to orange. Well done, Akash. Would you like to see it again and notice how many passes made by whether the curtain color is changed or not? And there is still one more observation remaining. If you are able to spot that, I will give 100 out of 100 to you. Okay, so are you able to see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
So we will start from here again and I will play now.
Ball.
So now were you able to see the gorilla and were you able to count 16 passes? If you are able to do it now, you can type yes. If, oh my God, Bridge, wonderful. You've done a wonderful job. Bridge Ved, what a wonderful observation.
So one player is left in black team.
Yes, Tejas, you're right. One player of black team left. You can see on the screen there are only two black uniform team players. Let's see, Curie, did you manage to see the gorilla passing by or still you missed it?
Yes, sir, I saw.
Yeah, so we were not able to see it earlier. Let me play from where I paused. Now I'm playing it from where I have paused. See what is there for us to learn from this video.
The correct answer is 16 passes. Did you spot the gorilla? For people who haven't seen or heard about a video like this before, about half missed the gorilla. If you knew about the gorilla, you probably saw it. But did you notice the curtain changing color or the player on the black team leaving the game?
So that's what the total observation is about. So in order to observe certain things, all your senses have to be working on the same thing. Unless you focus, unless you apply all your senses on the task, that observation will not be crystal clear. You will not be able to notice certain things which are seen by others but not by you. That separates good from the great people, or that is the marginal difference between good and the best. When you observe, you are probably looking at all the possibilities, all the angles, and you are not leaving out any scope or space for error. And that is what you mean by careful observation. And tell me, in which profession careful observation is not required? A doctor has to do, while an operation, even if an inch here or there or a centimeter here or there can risk the life of the patient. Those who are working on investigation, or let's say those who are examining the sites, they examine all parts and places and spaces perfectly so they don't miss out on important things. Similarly, when you are studying a subject, you need to explore all parts and portions of the subject so that you don't miss out on something which becomes important when you go outside in the world. And you will suddenly find that these things are important. In the business, you cannot miss out on anything. Otherwise, you lose on the competition. Every single thing you will have to take into account. Does this make sense to you? Are you now trying to understand the importance of the observation? Isn't it? Observation is one of the qualities of thinkers. They think, they see clearly, and they explore questions and they ask why. Like in the first question, a block of wood, you asked, you checked all the possibilities. If the hand is in the space, it will float in the same axis or it will stay there. If the hand is underwater, the wood will travel upwards. If the hand is on earth, it will come down. So then you are giving a total answer. Here in the video clip, you are counting and you are giving the total answer when you say that the passes were 16, curtain changed the color, and one team in the black uniform player left, and the gorilla passed by. Those were the total observations, which gives you an idea that it does not, it means that you are not missing anything. Are you ready for another video? What we are talking of, what is the subject? Would you like to see the video? If you are ready for the video, you can type Y and we will flash the video to you. Okay, so this video, I want everybody to listen to it very carefully, and if the internet connection is slow, what you need to do is you need to see the subtitles so that you get the message loud and clear. What separates you from the others, distinguished quality, if you can cultivate observation skills, it will help you in your profession, in your studies, in your life, in your social circles, and in any place that you venture out to, whether it is business or working atmosphere, it will help, because then you are trying to stand distinguished. You are trying to spot something which others conveniently miss, because you give that much more attention to details, because you see all possibilities. So what I will do is I will present a video. And I hope now the screen is visible to you. Is it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Critical thinking is all about asking questions. The right questions. Questions that help you assess both the meaning and the significance of claims and arguments. Building these skills and applying them in
Sir,
your life makes it
sir,
easier for you to
Yes, my dear.
sir, sound is being echoed due to
Okay,
both
okay.
the mics are on.
the right questions. Questions that help you assess both the meaning and the significance of claims and arguments. Building these skills and applying them in your life makes it easier for you to assess evidence, evaluate arguments, and adapt your thinking so you stay switched on and engaged in different situations. Critical thinking involves stepping back from a situation to enable you to see all the angles before making judgments or taking decisions. It means identifying the key points, analyzing the sources of information, weighing up different types of evidence, just as a judge and jury would do in a court of law, and putting it all together into your own independent, thought-through point of view. One thing that it's very important to realize is that critical thinking isn't about being critical. And it's about much more than just finding flaws in other people's claims. By itself, that isn't enough to give you an edge. To be a true critical thinker means being creative, reflective, and adaptable, evaluating the evidence to decide for yourself what is accurate, what is relevant, and do I have sufficient information to take a decision on this topic? Thinking critically means taking a stand for yourself. It can be difficult not to be swayed by close family or friends' views on things, or certain beliefs that just feel right. But learning how to use these higher order thinking skills can help you to feel much more confident in your own opinions and conclusions. Critical thinking is also about a sense of discovery and excitement. Not only about learning, but evaluating arguments to see how they stand up, and filtering for yourself what resonates as right or wrong. By using these techniques, you'll find yourself becoming a clearer, better thinker. McCat.
I hope you liked the video. And now I would like to ask you one question, and then we will end this session. if you have two shoes and you have an option of buying one is a Reebok shoe, another is a Adidas shoe, which one would you buy? R for Reebok, A for Adidas. Come on, you need to answer this question. R for Reebok, A for Adidas. Which shoe would you buy? My question is very clear. Akash says R. Everybody needs to answer. R or A? Nipesha says A. R. Okay. A. R. So equal amount of votes. Yes. Now Parin is putting a pause. That are best for my use. Okay. The one with better quality. Okay. So how will you check the quality? You will buy something of quality. How will you check the quality? Parin says depends on quality. How would you check the quality? Okay, now you are trying to think critically. You compare the material. Okay, the one that fits me the best. Okay, that's my decision most of the time. The one that gives me comfort, the one that color is bright, one that looks good. So what are my ways of making decisions? One that feels light, one that is more durable, one that gives good material, one that is environment friendly, one that is ethical company, whether they do things ethically. There are many things that you will have to zero in on, isn't it? How it behaves in summer, how it behaves in winter, how it behaves in seasons, what are the reviews. Then you are thinking critically when you are checking it from all the angles. Are you are you now checking it from all the angles, isn't it? And when you want to check, you will find resources to give you answers. You will have number of resources to find out for yourselves what shoe is the best to buy. Am I right or wrong, my dear friends, is what I want to ask you. Normally we don't pay that much attention when we buy. We don't go into the details. We don't see what are the ingredients. Let's say if you see ingredients, most of the packaged food you will not buy. Am I right or wrong? Then you will rely only on homemade food because you are not watching on the ingredients, because you don't know how is the preparation process, because you are unaware of so many things. You tend to buy, especially aerated drinks like soft drinks, like Thumbs Up and Coca-Cola. You don't read that much into it, and that's why probably you are making the decision. But if we are fully educated, fully aware, we will not make certain decisions, because then we are able to see it from all angles. Probably now we are seeing things more clearly. Can I say that? Are you getting the point? It will change your behavior, change your outlook, and how you take a look at different things, because you are carefully assessing, observing, evaluating, contemplating on it. You are thinking on it, and that is what is important. As students, as grown-ups, as individuals, we need to use this capability in us, and that is our ability to identify the difference, see the roots, see the process, and that's how we should make decisions. Mostly our decisions are not carefully thought by us. But if we do that, most of the times we will get the right answers, or we will get the better answers, is what I want to say. Am I right or wrong? Is it clear to you now? And now we are putting up the link for you to punch your attendance, and then you can go to the session. Next session will be starting in some time now. I'm really very thankful for your participation. Do take good care of yourselves. Maintain social distancing, wear masks, take care of your health, do exercise, eat healthy food, keep learning, keep growing, and keep asking questions is what I want to tell you at the end of the session. Have a great, great day ahead. Bye bye.